Hey there, everyone. Laura Brown here. I just wanted to take a brief moment to introduce this lovely, beautiful human, Natalie Parsons, who I will be collaborating with for the Lionsgate portal. We have a very beautiful, beautiful donation-based collaboration that we're about to introduce to you. So sit back, kick back, get ready, and hopefully you will feel as moved as we are to be a part of this beautiful process and offering. Mwah. Your cosmic tour guide here, Laura Brown, and I am so fortunate to be here with Natalie Parsons of natalieparsonssoulcoaching.com. Did I get that right?
It's actually IamNatalieSoul.com. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then I'm going to have to update that in the page too. I'll make a note of that. But anyways, we are here to talk a little bit more than just my errors of websites. But we've done a little bit of work, just she and I, working in the fields and the ley lines, doing some work and sending some healing to specific areas. And in the last time we did that, I kind of said, I had this idea that kind of came through, this download. And basically what it ended up kind of becoming was our idea to do an event near the Lionsgate portal that has two parts, one which is primarily led by Natalie and one which is led by myself. We're calling it the Children of the Earth and Stars, or we are the Children of the Earth and the Stars. And it is an entirely donation-based event. So you can donate as little or as much as you can. And all donations are going to childrenofthenight.org. You can check them out, but their mission as a nonprofit is to aid, assist, and to help remove and get children and teenagers out of the clutches of trafficking, sex trafficking. And it is, from my opinion and what I know of them, a wonderful organization that can really be helpful, especially right now where despite all of the Epstein and the Ghislaine Maxwell stuff, it seems like the national media is not quite caught on to this whole child sex ring trafficking thing. So we thought we would do a little bit of magic to give something to you in exchange for your helping us make a difference in the lives of so many children of all different ages who could really use our help, and this particular organization who could definitely use our help in all that they do to save these children. So I'm going to actually hand it over to Natalie to talk a little bit about what she is going to be doing and leading when we gather together.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. So excited for this collaboration. And even the combination of energies and frequencies that we are bringing forth. And so during this event, this beautiful, energetic connection, I'll be leading us into initially our heart spaces, a very, very powerful place to begin and to go inwards. And from there, as we connect to the heart chakras, I'll also be clearing and balancing all of the chakras, and then we'll go deep into the earth, into the ley lines, the energy of the earth, connecting to our, great mother Gaia. And she is so very powerful. And as we journey, through the earth, through the ley lines, we'll be offering some healings for the planet. We'll also be doing a little bit of receiving from the planet in return. So it'll be this beautiful energetic exchange where you'll be able to receive messages and to send any offerings that you want back onto the planet. And then as we go through those beautiful connections, it will gently guide us and lead us into Laura's journey of connecting to the pyramids and into that essence of the Lion's Gate. So we'll be super anchored in as we lead into that space.
For sure. And we need it. Lots of grounding before an astral travel or a journey for certain. And number one, I'm so excited to go into that heart space and to enter those earth realms. It's been a space that I know even my entire way that I ground and that I guide my clients into grounding has radically changed in terms of, just really deeply connecting in with the moon, with the womb of Mother Earth, and really just understanding the power that she has. We walk on her back every day and we don't really necessarily understand the magnitude of what we're walking on. And of course, it's a wonderful grounding space for us to be in prior to my portion, which is going to be a journey to Egypt, to the pyramids of Giza. And what is so inspiring and potent about the Lion's Gate portal, which technically opened on July 26th and remains open until 8/12, this event, because I am so good and organized, is actually being held at 6 on August 3rd. And I believe it's at 7 Eastern. Do I got that right?
Yeah.
7 Eastern, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. And we are leading it a little bit before its peak, but that really does not impact the level of energy that we are able to draw within us. But what happens with the Lion's Gate portal is that is when the Earth and Sirius are in alignment. And also then in alignment with Orion's belt, which literally creates this trinity of planets around the trinity of pyramids that are or were, because one of them I believe is destroyed, the pyramids of Giza. And this was revered in ancient Egypt as a very beautiful and important time. Not only did it signify the fertility and blessing of the flooding of the Nile, but it also, in more modern times, has become an opportunity for us to bathe literally in this very loving, very high frequency energy. There's lots of wishes that we can send up to, the Syrian, send up through the portal. There's lots of energy that we can harness within ourselves for a variety of ways that we choose to direct it. But what I feel most called for is really just, again, anchoring into that unconditional, unyielding love and support through the unity consciousness. I think right now that, more than ever, we all need to come together. We all need to be thinking more along the lines of we rather than me. And for me, connecting with this energy is an opportunity, not only for myself to feel that support, to know that I am supported, to receive that energy, but to share it with Natalie, to share it with all of you. And then what it also allows us to do is, because it is such a potent energy, because it is such a I don't want to say large, but I guess in lack of a better words, we receive such a high volume of that energy. We can also send it out to whomever, whatever we desire. So if we know somebody who's going through a hard time, we can send a little bit their way. If we want to send it to those who we know are on hard times because of COVID, we can do that. If we want to send it to the planet still and just thank her and support her as she ushers in this, entire process of ascension and paradigm shift, we can do that as well. I mean, it's really up to us how we wish to share that energy, but it's all designed, whether it's Natalie's portion or my portion, to really get a feel for the fact that we are children of both the earth and the stars. We are all together. We all come from the same place, regardless of our love to kind of differentiate and, create all these different identities and characterizations. We're all reflections of the same source. We all contain the same source within us. And this is an opportunity collectively to come together and share in really sacred space, but also have an opportunity to do some really good work in the world as well for an organization and a great number of children who could use our help.
Yeah, very well said.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm so excited to give back. So for anyone who is thinking of coming, remind yourself that this is truly an offering, donation based, going to the organization, the nonprofit, the Children of the Night. And I think this is definitely a cause that we need to bring a lot more awareness to right now. And so I feel very, very blessed and privileged to hold space to offer to offer this not only for everyone attending, but to offer those donations to that organization to help all of those incredible, incredible children and teenagers who would absolutely love our support. So I want to thank everyone in advance for your donation.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, and again, whether you can donate $1,
Yeah.
whether you can donate, $100, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you can spare that can go to this beautiful organization is so graciously and so humbly accepted on behalf of us as a conduit to getting it to them. I think that we're gonna, I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. I think we can donate online and we will be sharing that screenshot with everybody that's on the list so that you can just feel good about what you helped to facilitate. It feels good for Natalie and I to be able to create the space where we can gather together and do this, but it's really each of you that are willing to lend your hard-earned money for this cause and to make this donation, possible. So we are so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. And just to reiterate, it is August 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and 4 p.m. Pacific. That's the only time zones that I know. So if you're not sure, you can always go down the Google and consult that. But we would love to have you there. And again, it doesn't, there's no shame in this game. Even $1 matters for the lives of these children and the organization that supports them. So again, I think we both thank you in advance for anything that you're willing to spare for this cause, because it most certainly is something that we should be talking more about and most certainly doing more about. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm super excited to collaborate with Natalie in such a beautiful offering to the earth, to all of you, and to this organization and the children they help.
Yeah, and also the recording is going to be available for those who cannot attend live. So
Oh,
if you
yes.
are unable to make the live event due to your schedule, you can certainly donate. We'll have you on the email list and you'll receive the experience, and the frequencies will be just as potent on the recording since we are essentially timeless.
Hmm. Yeah, energy knows no time, space, or dimension. You know, it's
Absolutely.
strictly it is strictly a 3D construct. And I've actually had some of my clients who say that they actually prefer watching and receiving the recording. It's somehow more profound for them than when they're live. I don't quite, know how that works. But so I reiterate what Natalie says, you'll receive the recording. Being live is not, that doesn't need to stop you from participating. You will receive the recording. You will receive the nourishment, the benefit, the frequencies of this offering. So you'll still be a part of us no matter when you're watching it. We're still all one and we're right there with you. Is there
Absolutely.
anything that you wanted to add?
No, I think that's everything.
All right. I'm just going to say that, this is something that could go for an hour. It could go for, hour-ish, 2 hours. It really is directed by spirit. So, if you have to leave, that's totally fine. But I would carve out a little bit of time if you're able. You're welcome to bring, any crystals or any implements that you like to work with, anything that helps you to be comfortable. And that can be lying in your bed. There's no real rules around doing this. You can't screw it up. So as long as you're there, receptive and, comfortable, you will receive the benefits of this. But I think that's all that we have for you today. We thank you again in advance for your being willing to donate and to be a part of this with us. And of course, if this resonates with you, if you find that this is something that, is just as important to you as it is to us, we strongly, strongly encourage and ask that you please share it with your communities, share it with your email list, share it with your friends, your family. The more people that we have involved, not only do we get to offer more to these children, but we also get to come together in an even greater, larger community, which is always an exceptionally powerful experience. So so until August 3rd, you'll be hearing about it a lot online because we will be promoting it there. And I will have all the links and websites where you can donate, the correct link for Natalie, and all the information will be with this video and also on the website and available socially. Which reminds me, do you want to give them your social handle on IG or anything, anywhere you're present?
Yeah, actually my social handle on IG is I am Natalie Soul as well, Soul. I am
Okay.
Natalie Soul. So yeah.
Excellent. All right. And you can find me at intuitivealchemy.co. And that's, pretty easy to remember. If you know the business name, you know the handle for Instagram. So I'm really creative that way. Sarcasm hopefully translated. Okay, so thank you everyone for learning a little bit more about this. I can't wait to join with you in this offering, and I hope and wish you all a very wonderful rest of your Thursday and a wonderful, relaxing, and very peaceful weekend. Mwah. And thank you to Natalie as well.
Thank you.